Yo, what's up, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. Today we are reacting to the downfall of MR.BEAST, a new dog pack video. So there's been a lot of drama around MR.BEAST lately because of a lot of the things he does, and Chris Tyson, of course. Can't forget the guy. And today we'll be reacting to that, seeing the new video he published, because this one came out 2 days ago, and today's the 9th. So either we'll see some more crazy stuff. I think so, right? Is a sociopath, because the other one is he's a fraud. So we'll see what this one's about. Let me just get some stuff running real quick. All right. Either we'll see some more. And it is up. Alright. Let's do this. Reacting to I work for MR.BEAST. He's a sociopath. For educational purposes.
Hey, what the hell happened to you? MR.BEAST, that's what happened to me.
Alright. We're on max quality. So he's obviously parroting MR.BEAST in this intro. Obviously. Jake Weddle, crime, acting erratic on shrooms.
Hey, content cop from Timu, back at it again. So just before I get into my interrogation with former MR.BEAST, Jake Weddle, a lot has happened since my last video.
Yeah, obviously.
I got hundreds of messages from former MR.BEAST employees, and I had them all like send proof of former employment. You know, just people showing their.
Just watched your video, and I don't know if people are accusing you of not working at Beast, but bro, I feel like your experiences with higher ups are the same as mine. And the way you mentioned specifically pitching ideas for the Feastables bar is 100% how it was creating pitches as a writer. The whole brand is shady, and the company is as well. I didn't even know MR.BEAST. Oh, this is a new one. Hold up. Let's read all of these.
You know, just people showing their support or telling their.
No, not about Chris. This was some producer. I unfortunately can't speak too much on that, but I believe someone else who reached out to you has more info on it. Big thing I can talk about is just how much other stakeholders had their time and energy wasted. I was asked to get doctors and orgs fired up about working with us, only to pull the rug on them after agreeing to arrangements. What's up, Tiki? Yeah, we're reacting to the new video from Dogpack about MR.BEAST. It is kind of crazy, the amount of stuff that's coming out right now. It was quite uncomfortable for me. Big reason why I left, but not the biggest. There was just some malevolence and hostility within the team. They were way too slow to axe one pretty awful team lead in particular. Beef, drama channel, beef. Oh yeah, we're a drama channel now. Tyler Conklin on the set of Saving 100 Dogs bought one of the employees' dogs off of them for $10,000 in a weird power play. What the hell? What the hell? Instead of just adopting any of the hundreds of rescue dogs at the shelter, Tyler also forced the production to put this dog into the video, so he could receive the free dog food and pet insurance for life, despite the fact that he had already had a home and he's very wealthy. Wow, so they bought a dog and then put it into the production for the video. Holy shit. In the world's most dangerous trap video with Mac, the reason Mac loses when he does it is that was actually the final trap built. This is why you never have a channel Discord. People drag you down, and if it's your Discord, you are cooked. Channel Discord. People will drag you down. If it's your Discord, you are cooked. What do you mean by that?
This is
like
you know, toxic workplace stuff like.
Hold up, I didn't read the other one.
Like that.
Blah 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 blah. Would have gotten them for free / cheap anyways, even without MR.BEAST. Even without MR.BEAST intervention. Oh, and Jimmy being an environmentalist with Team Trees and Team Seas is a joke. The dude has a massive carbon footprint. Huh. And I'm guessing these are all former employees.
Because for one, like most people want to stay anonymous, which I understand.
Yeah.
So, like, I think most of that stuff's just been covered with you know, the news coming out about Beast Games and everything. And also I have like more serious allegations that I want to start covering. Also, I heard from a very credible source that Mr. Beast has been sitting on a response to part 1 because he was worried if he posted it, I would instantly respond with part 2. You know, like this is Kids Bop, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake.
Yeah.
Also, I know Mr. Beast's secret CEO has been practically like harassing my people on. You know,
Secret
hey,
CEO.
Part 2. What is he?
If you have a Discord and you get PDFs in there, it's still your Discord, so you will go down too. Not worth the risk. I mean, but then again though, if you do have like PDFs in your Discord and stuff, if you aren't like communicating with them, like you'll get some backlash, of course, but if you aren't communicating with them and you didn't know about them, I feel like you're not entirely at fault. Because I feel like there's weird people who are interested in pretty much everything. Like, I'm sure you could find some weird people interested in Warhammer 40k. That's kind of, like, you just find weird people who are interested in stuff the everyday person might like.
What will be in part 3, so you don't have to harass my people. It will be about serious allegations of sexual misconduct in the company.
Holy shit, part 3?
Direct involvement in covering up those crimes.
Part 3 is going to be really big, huh, whenever he releases it.
So yeah, I've gotten dozens of messages from former Mr. Beast employees about very serious allegations. So
and the Mr. Beast company is pretty big, because he must have gotten hella employees.
Make sure you send proof of employment first, because I get a lot of
DMs.
And like, as much as I meme and joke around, like, I take anonymity very seriously, so without explicit permission, I don't go public.
So he's trying to get more people informing on the Mr. Beast stuff, trying to get more people in on it to actually show it's truthful. This is actually crazy.
I hope they would censor your information from the court documents. I don't know. Oh, and former contestants too. That's another thing I heard after posting my last video. Is during the 100 Boys versus Girls video, I have people corroborating the same story that the camera guy who gave the girls a drone.
I know in the 100 Boys vs. Girls videos that they fed us boys hours after the girls each time, and it really got on our nerves because it became blatantly obvious they wanted the girls to win. I know that the camera guy who gave the girls the drone was being extremely inappropriate with the girls since I started talking to them after the shoot. Made them feel very uncomfortable. Hey, this is Dogpack. I was DM'd by another contestant in that video that said one of the male employees on the production team was making some girls feel uncomfortable. They told me who it was, but I'm wondering if you can corroborate on the story. Did you see or hear anything about this? And obviously they're anonymous, you know, they censored the names. I have no idea the guy's name, but someone does come to mind. Nothing particular happened to me, but I believe he was one of the cameramen. He was constantly vaping, and I remember he teased/taunted a few girls who were jealous of him having a vape. Personally, I avoided most of the crew, so I can't say I experienced anything inappropriate by any of the staff. Also, great effing video, bro. You really opened my mind to a lot of stuff I was ignoring just because I got paid and saw him in such a positive light. I mean, obviously, the Mr. Beast videos are scripted. Obviously. That's, like, you can't really have something not scripted and have it be that fun to watch. So, scripting it just makes it more fun to watch for people. That's kind of part of the corporate, like, make amazing video, get massive view numbers, blah, blah, blah. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that sounds like the guy. He was the one that gave the girls the camera drone, right? Yeah, I just had to go back to the vid, but yes, that's him if I remember correctly. So this one guy is in deep shit.
You trap these girls in a circle and make them sleep on rough turf and get them high on paint fumes, and then you try to f them.
Okay.
Trapping, depriving them, sleep, starving them, trying to bang them.
That seems really dark.
Definitely watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia if you haven't. Really funny show.
If the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Anyway,
that's funny.
So, you know, Mr. Beast, do with that information.
Obviously not funny because it's someone's life, but it's crazy. Co-founder, hold up, who is this? Chucky. Chucky the Dollar? We talking about an actual person. Also run Mr. Beast ideas and thumbnail team, love data and making great videos. Oh my god. Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy.
So anyway, my interview with Jake Weddle, first interviewed him because I thought he was perfect because he was both on camera and behind the scenes in 2019 and 2020. And also, what people don't know is that he came back in 2021 to be the sole contestant of a MR.BEAST video, which never got uploaded because it went very badly. He also knows about another
why'd it go badly?
Document formats who was working at MR.BEAST while actually on the.
Oh, there's another pedophile working at what?
At the end of the video. So I got his DM, drove straight to New York overnight, did not sleep, just drank a bunch of caffeine, and I also only had one.
Dude, this is crazy.
So it's mostly just him talking. Also, like, final thing, people said my last video started slow. This video also starts slow. It builds up over time. But I'll do the retention thing and say, the ending will blow your mind.
Oh, boom. Okay, so that's crazy. Like, do they not do background checks on people? Like, if they're trying to get team members for MR.BEAST? Do they not do background checks on people? Like, see if they're normal? Because that's like 2 pedophiles in the MR.BEAST team. Or MR.BEAST Corporation. I'm calling it a corporation because it basically is. They have multiple departments that control multiple things. Like, they have an editing team, thumbnail team, ideas team. Like, it is a corporation. That's crazy, though. Like, do they not do background? Wow.
I'm Jake Weddle. Most people who, if you know me from MR.BEAST, I'm a deep cut. I'm in a few of the videos. Sometimes maybe.
Yeah. Oh, Jake's a classic. Yeah, Jake was in a lot of the older videos, right?
A lot of the time. But I've been in some videos. I've worked on a lot of them. I was there from 2019 to 2020, 2021ish when I came back and did some more. I was
yeah.
They were authentic, and then I saw the transition to what I feel like is a company. It's like
it turned into yeah. He's right here because a lot of the videos turned into more corporation, like not passion. I mean, okay, I don't think there's passion. It's kind of just they want to get videos out and get money. I feel like maybe there is some good intention with certain challenges, but I don't know.
The culture around there was very unspoken, but there was a vibe. There was half the people who, if you made Jimmy happy, you were on the good half. And
yeah.
They got random bonuses and
pay raises, I'm guessing.
Screen time, and then there was people who, if you had a disagreement or butt heads with Jimmy, or just you didn't like it, you were in the other half. And I consistently was in the half that Jimmy doesn't like me. That's fine. I don't like him either. It's okay. Oh, that's just something to say. I don't like Jimmy.
That's crazy.
He didn't want anyone to get more popular or have more of a way out necessarily. Like, oh, I'm doing my Twitch thing on the side. Don't do that because you could get famous and leave and talk about me negatively.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I don't know if it might be in this video later, but I saw that he would make a contract with people who actually show in the videos that they can't make a YouTube channel or like any social media because he doesn't want them getting clout and attention, and then like they could speak negatively about him later on when they leave.
We're doing well, and I was disgruntled for quite some time. So I've talked to reporters, right, like publicly, and I've always had to choose my words very, very carefully because I don't want to say anything I don't stand behind, obviously. So I used to talk to people. I used to glaze Jimmy publicly for things I genuinely think are true.
Hearing glaze is such a funny word. Especially when it's being used in more of a serious topic. Because, like, if this... Hold up. I want to check something. So, if you guys don't know, Social Blade is a pretty good platform for checking, like, YouTube stats, Twitch stats, like, blah, blah, blah. Let's just check MR.BEAST. How many subs has he lost? Has he lost any at all? Yeah. He's making bank. Huge bank. He's been gaining more. Wait, hold up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at this drop. 28 mil in June. 14 mil in July. Now, you could say it just goes up and down, like this is how normal growth looks like. But that, I think people are actually mass unsubscribing from him. We'll check that later. My channel's doing all right. Yeah, I mean, it's going down a bit, then I'll spike back up. It's just kind of how channels go. Because your channel should be going up and down, up and down, up and down. Pretty normal stuff.
Boy, and then I'm black as the forever. I tell people I was talking to you, they go, "Don't, what are you doing? You're gonna kill your career." It's like I have to, or I'll be sad. This is the moment we're gonna talk about it. So, as far as that,
This is crazy.
Covering up the why we didn't talk
I don't feel bad for that one guy. A, it's not torture if it's voluntary. B, he still took the money, then complained later, and never filed a police report. IMO. Yeah. A lot of these, like, they took the money and they were happy they got paid. But, like, with that one video where they're talking about the guy, like, being creepy towards the girls, I don't know. It's just a crazy situation.
Now you know.
What would you say is the fakest video that you worked on while you were there?
Biggest video that
I mean, obviously the videos are fake. Obviously they're fake. He's not actually making people go through like Saw death traps for a video. Like, they're scripted, they have certain outcomes because that's how they maximize viewer retention. They're like MR.BEAST edit videos are literally edited a certain way to maximize retention and gain the most money, basically.
I worked on while I was there. This is the extent of the fakeness that I was involved in. This is like admitting to my complicity. I was a writer there, and we were working on a video, crushing my friend's car with a rock or meteor or something. It was rock or meteor in the title of it, I can't remember, but we wanted to do a prank where unbeknownst to the person, he takes a rock, crushes their car, and they're supposed to be a rock coming out of space.
We're gonna take a meteor and we're gonna put it on Weddle's car. We're gonna take another meteor and put it on Marcus's car.
Yeah.
Both of them have no idea that we're doing this. Weddle and Marcus are probably shocked. They had no idea.
And so that was the one and only time I had to, my car? What? On the fly, I saw him, because Marcus was in that video.
I wonder if they got a fake car or is it actually his friend's car they got?
So Marcus is calling his mom, and his mom's freaking out. And I'm like, oh, no, they're going to call my mom next. So I had to text my mom, who had to beg to get the title very quickly. Now I'm texting my mom, I go, Mom, I'm about to call you about the meteor thing. You have no idea? Be surprised.
Be surprised.
And then they go, call your mom now. And I call my mom and I tell her, and oh, she should have got the Oscar.
Also, I do feel like that, yeah, sure, MR.BEAST has done some interesting things. I feel like he's still done a decent amount of good stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure he's donated to charity. He's planted the trees. He's helped clean up the sea, you know, Team Seas, Team Trees movement, you know, that stuff. I still feel like he's not entirely like a super villain. Like, we're not dealing with Dr. Doom here. We're not dealing with Dr. Doom. He's just done some questionable things that probably he shouldn't have done.
Only one thing.
Invisalign, dude.
Yeah, I did that
Alright.
video.
This is a really long video, by the way.
Down payment on a new car, and they wanted me to get like a big flashy new car. 10K was supposed to be a down payment, and I can't afford a big flashy new car because I work at MR.BEAST.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford taxes on. I couldn't get anything to put the insurance on. So I do my part of the video, and I get a mom van that I could afford. And Jimmy was like, "Why didn't you get a cooler car?" I was like, I can't afford that, bro. Come on, what are you talking about? You know, if I was working on a TV show in the 90s, on a show that was a quarter as successful, I could retire today.
Huh.
But now I make dog shit pay, making gajillionaires more money. And I just walked into the writer's room, and that's one of the reasons why I left, was because I just walked in there and asked for not necessarily a gajillion dollars, but maybe a salary that was more proportional to the work I was doing, given how much.
See, the question is, did he volunteer for them to destroy his car, or did they just do it? If he volunteered, then I don't feel as bad, because he volunteered to put his car in a video where they're destroying cars. Let's just think about that for a second. He volunteered to put his car in a video about where they destroy their car and get them a new one. Now, granted, there could be expectations about like the new car being good, but it's still destroying a car you've been driving.
That work is doing. And then, you know, I talked about that, and I talked about the Writers Guild and how this is what Writers Guild Industry Standard is. That's streaming internet.
Hold on, is MR.BEAST even a company? Like, MR.BEAST company? What's it called? It's just called MR.BEAST. What's the team though? Is it just the MR.BEAST team, or like what is it? Yeah, it's crazy. He is 26 and he's making millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars.
That was the closest thing to YouTube, and I didn't even bring up residuals, because oh my god, if I got residuals for every video I worked on, boy howdy I can retire. But,
yep, he is 18 plus and an adult and signed a contract. Yeah, again, if he volunteered to have his car destroyed, I don't really feel bad, because he volunteered to have his car in a video where they destroy cars.
Yeah, the other thing I talked about was there was another writer there.
So this section's a little iffy.
Black guy, he had a kid, and I got paid more than him, and I thought that was wild because he was older than me, had a child, we're doing the exact same job, and I'm some 20-year-old fucking white guy, why am I getting paid more than him? I brought that up. And one of the things I didn't like about the way some of the B stuff shook out was...
What is it?
I feel really guilty about the way this like shook out. Yeah, I was talking to this other writer, like it's fucked up, you know, that's unpaid, isn't I want you to get paid more, you know, because you deserve to get paid more. You know, I'm not a kid.
Okay, but hold up. If Weddle was longer there at the team longer than the other dude, the other writer, then I feel like the pay difference is fine if he's been there longer, because like naturally, the longer you work at a company, the more you're gonna get than someone who just got here. I feel like that's kind of how that works. Now, if the other writer was there longer and was getting paid less still, that is kind of messed up. A little bit messed up. A little bit messed up. We'll see it. We'll see where this goes.
I like my job. I like, you know, because when you grow up with nothing, not to say they keep it, but I know I did, you know. You get a little something, you don't want to lose it. So you want to rock the boat. But he said, hey man, if that's how you feel, you know, if that's like, I trust you. He stood with me. He went to that writer's agreement, that meeting with me.
Guessing they both got fired.
And I said at my piece, he backed me up. I said, I did X, Y, Z, or I'm out of here. And they said, bet. And they gave me a severance check the next day. And they gave him a severance check the next day. And if I knew...
Yeah, they're both gone. Okay.
If I knew he was going to lose his job too, I wouldn't have done it. Me, I was over the moon. I was like, you're going to give me a check and I get to leave? Yeah, I don't really know how to feel about this section, so I don't think I'll comment that much on it. Can I fit up my asshole every day, you know, and I get to go home and you're gonna pay me to leave. Because
this guy wanted to leave, the other guy didn't want to. Did he? No, I think he wanted to stay and keep working. He said he liked the job.
And I really regret that. But you know, me and you were really still tight. We're still good friends. Is he doing good? Yeah, he's doing good. He's a good guy. I love that guy. He's doing good. Yeah. So maybe he's doing better? Honestly, best thing I could have done for him.
I mean, if he's doing better than, like, does it matter, really? If he's doing better than what he was doing at the MR.BEAST team, then I think it's fine.
The best YouTuber. I think he is laser focused on one goal.
Hold up, who?
The best YouTuber.
Always doing good and helping people.
I think Jimmy wants to be the best YouTuber. I think he is laser focused on one goal. And I think whatever he has to do to achieve that goal, he'll do. And I think it was the smartest decision for him that he calculated, because he's very good with numbers. If I donate
I mean, obviously he's doing this. I think he's always wanted to be the best YouTuber because he thought he could do it, and then that's why he did it. And also, I don't know.
People can't say I'm shitty. If I give this homeless guy 10K.
Yeah.
What do you mean I'm a bad guy? But I've always thought, if you're gonna do something nice for somebody.
This also just decided, and he's profiting via screen time and subs from this. I have doubts on both sides. Yeah. But in this video it says it's educational purposes only. It's not monetized. Again, someone could say it's not monetized. It could be monetized. We don't know. I mean, there's proof that he has done some bad things, There's proof he's done a lot of good things. Like, if you're, I mean, again, whether or not he's still donating, like, if he donates to charity, he's still donating to charity. Sure, he could be doing it to try and better his image, but, I mean, I feel like a lot of richer people do that. Donate to charity, like, for a tax write-off. And, I mean, if he's giving homeless people money so they can get off the streets, then, I mean, I think he's doing good here.
And you stick a camera in their face while you do it, you didn't do a nice thing for somebody. You gained something. There was a homeless guy on the street, and you saw an opportunity for yourself and your image, and you gave one guy $10,000 who needed it to eat, and now the revenue you generated from that video.
Okay, then, but I do have a complaint about this section. So, what about those other channels that literally go out where homelessness is and cook? They cook food, and they record the entire thing. They record everybody there. Now, I think just the recording part is a way to pay back what they're giving. It's a way to gain back money so they can keep doing it. So I don't know. I don't think it's that bad.
Is way more than what you gave. I think when he's generous on camera, it's the least authentic thing in the world. There's an element of, you know, oh, hey, you're crying. That's so good for camera. You know, I'm so glad he's... If you're crying because you're so thankful that you got XYZ, and then you go, oh, I'm so glad he needed it that bad so I could come in and, oh, can you cry more? Oh, it's so good for the camera if you cry. It made me uncomfortable that I was working there, and I didn't like it, and I vocalized it sometimes, and I think that's why I wasn't on camera as much as they said I was going to be. I was told at one point that I was going to be like fourth banana, you know, it was going to be Jimmy, Chris, Chandler, me, you know. And
yeah.
I remember talking about that, like, hey, I thought my contract said XYZ. And then I got the severance checks, so, you know, whatever, how that would work.
So after your severance checks, how was your relationship with the company? I know you appeared in videos after that, right?
Right, so in videos where I was appearing in later, that's why you keep nice publicly. If you're nice in public, hey, Jake was nice in public, let's have him back for something, you know?
Yeah,
sure. So
yeah.
I was hoping they'd call back, you know? And I appeared in some videos after I left. I think one of them was 3 days in a maximum security prison. If I did do mini challenges in that, I got paid. I was, you know, clocked in with a rate, and I would get paid and compensated for those. But
I mean, working at the MR.BEAST team is literally just a job. Like, you have certain roles in the company, and you have to do those roles, or, you know, you get fired. Blah blah blah.
But it didn't come out. It didn't come out because it didn't go well.
And also, this guy accepted coming back to someone he obviously disagreed with to get paid. So he was gaining money from this. So I feel like you can't complain as much for this.
There was a video that came out probably like a year ago, something like that. It got a lot of
YouTuber star MR.BEAST paid man $340K, $100,000 to spend 21 days in a windowless room, according to his new video.
It was the surviving like
it's a lot of money.
Solitary or surviving solitary for whatever. It was one of those solitary confinement videos that got a lot of media attention because everyone saw the premise and thought, "What? You shouldn't do that."
Yeah.
And people don't know that was the second attempt. The first attempt was on me.
In the past at college, I struggled with using the same words.
I think it's just reusing video ideas. Like, the first one didn't work, so they're trying it again. Because it's obviously a very interesting idea. People will watch it. That's why they tried to do it again.
I was already planning on moving to New York, and I worked at a couple of YouTube companies after Beast. And I had a little bit of change in my pocket, the most change I had in my pocket ever. You know, small potatoes, you know, compared to Beast bullshit. But you know, I thought I had enough to move to New York or whatever. And I get a call from somebody over there, and they go, "Hey, they want you for a video." I was like, "Oh, amazing, great, cool, thank God." What's the video? And they tell me the pitch. And they try to make the pitch sound like it's gonna be like a walk in the park. The pitch is 100 days in solitary confinement. But don't worry, like you only have to last like 30. We have like a video.
Mm-hmm.
Like at first it's gonna be like a luxury vacation. You're gonna have like a hot tub and an ice cream machine And like part of the video was gonna be you deciding like, hey, what items am I gonna get rid of, you know, today? And it had like the choice. They were like, it's only gonna be bad for the last like 5 days tops when you have like nothing left. You're the first. It's gonna be like a breeze for most of it. And by the end of it, after 30 days, you're gonna get $300,000 because it's $10,000 a day. And I don't know, man. I grew up poor in North Carolina. I said, excuse me? I'll dance for you if you put that kind of money in my face, sure. They were like, you're going to be locked in this room, and we got to make sure you're on all the time. We're going to have cameras on you all the time, and you're perfect for this because you never shut the fuck up. I'm great. Okay, I can do this. And I was
Again, I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know how to feel about this.
Because you have too much of a personality. And so with this video, I thought, this is perfect. It's a video thing.
Because, I mean, he's getting paid to do a challenge on a MR.BEAST video. And he's taking the money. It sounds like he took the money to do it.
And so I thought, well, if I have to do this, if I have to do solitary confinement in order to do the things I want to do, then I will do that. I held my tongue and I swallowed my pride and I tried to do one last ride.
Okay.
I get there, and at first it's fine. And I mean, they had just freshly painted the set. You could smell it, you know, which that's probably not good. You know, the smell of fresh paint in your surroundings for the next XYZ time. It looked good on the visual. It looks good on camera. You know, it's movie magic bullshit. It was a terrible facility. I mean, it was in one of the studios. They had to like get like a separate like tank for, you know, septic stuff. Yeah, there was a hot tub in it. Yeah, there was an ice cream machine. Like, things were cool and funny on paper. But when you think about stuff, a hot tub, if not connected to a filtration system, give it 3 days, it's gonna stink. You know, there's not like a hot water mechanism. So the hot tub was a lukewarm tub at best, which was a silly complaint. But the shower was always cold, and you're taking like a quick shower. And I had cameras 24/7 on me, and the ice cream machine. Let's talk about that for a second. The ice cream machine has 2 modes: on. And off, reeking of smelly dairy mildew. Like, so I got to choose which sense was assaulted at a time. I couldn't have all of them good. So the little thing started to build up. You know, there was like the bug thing wasn't like terrible, but it was a factor. And like at first it was fine, you know, and you're playing it up like, 'cause you know it's a video. And
yeah.
It got to a point where like. They weren't turning the lights off. You know, I asked them, I said, what do I have, nighttime hours? You know? And they said no, because it would fuck up the time-lapse shots. The time-lapse of what? Sleeping? I mean, not sleeping? Yeah, I saw in other videos they did, but you're gonna get XYZ hours of sunlight.
I mean, again, it is a challenge video, and it's scripted. Like, I'm pretty sure every MR.BEAST video is basically scripted at this point. Like, probably 2 to 3 years as of now, every video has been pretty much scripted. So, and you're accepting, again, he accepted this to do a video. So, again, you can complain about stuff, but I don't feel like the complaints are really matter that much. Because you accepted to do this. You, like, you wanted to do this, basically.
So you didn't know what time it was. Okay, I got no access to sun. I got no access to clock. I don't know, like, the lights are on me all the time. I wasn't sleeping. I could not sleep. And I have insomnia problems now. But they might have started there. I had good people looking out for me.
Give him one of those, like the eye covers for sleeping. Bingo. He'll sleep so quick with that on. Easily.
I had a lot of good people looking out for me saying, this, we gotta stop. So
or just cover your eyes with your arm like this when you sleep, you know? You gotta adapt, overcome.
And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists.
Be a form of torture and a war crime under the Geneva Convention and the UN Torture Convention, huh?
Oh, good.
I do think the set could have been a little better. It could have been a little better. They could have done time lapses during the day.
It's not helping, you know.
Not during night when he's, you know, he's trying to sleep.
Every other your stuff. You know, I'm just the guy in the cage over here. He'll come back to me in a minute. And so he'd come by, he'd get the shots, he'd leave. Sometimes he'd have a note from the director over the phone that would really piss me off. This is the note I got from the director, from Jimmy, when I'm receiving some cash.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
Jimmy said, can you say to the camera how thankful you are that now you can pay back your student loans? You know how hard it was to do a take of that? They pretend to make it genuine. I don't want to have student loans. I don't want to be in a cage. But Jimmy's the guy with the money, and if you do what he says, he'll do what you want. You want student loans paid off? You're in state. And you have power over people. When one person doesn't have resources and the other one does, and they hold it over your head, and you go, of course, yeah, I agreed to it. I needed it, of course. Just something about
Okay.
Like I was not having a good time, but we were filming a video, so I was trying my best to be funny. You know, I'm a dark comic. You know, I got bits about. I had a very traumatic life.
Yeah.
My dad is in jail for sexual assault of a minor. You know, so this kind of stuff is very near and dear to my heart. You know, I don't fuck around with this shit. And, yeah, I have jokes about that in my act. You know, I joke about it because, you know, that's what you do in a traumatic experience. You know, abusive relationships. I get out of it. The first thing I do is I do a type line about it. You know, so I'm in this situation where my mental health.
Yeah, the situation's definitely very interesting and tough. It's definitely. There's proof on both sides. Both sides could be lying about certain stuff. It's just iffy. It's very, very iffy.
It was too real. If they're faking videos, why couldn't we fake this one? You know, if we're allowed to let these cast members have some time off of this difficult challenge, how come we couldn't turn the lights off? How come we couldn't maybe not have some time lapse footage for 10 seconds?
The truth is, behind closed doors, the keyword.
What are these, dude?
At age 10.
What are these ads?
Did you try to get out? Yes. I was starting to calculate. I don't know if I could do 30. How much can I?
Such strange ads.
And still have a video. And still, I did. Since we're doing time lapse shots, and since they insisted on time lapse shots, I said, all right, we're gonna do time lapse shots. Bet. I put my.
Again, he's volunteering. He's volunteering for this. He is volunteering for this. Now I know, yeah, he's volunteering and he's getting like stuff done, but like can't you always just leave? Like I know you need money, but if you're getting tortured, like we're saying here, then maybe the money isn't worth it.
Dude, on with the whiteboard they gave me, and I was like, all right, yeah, go ahead, scrub that footage. You know, you got that whiteboard. Oh no, either that goes in, or this footage is unusable, and then you know. James Warren came in and erased it, you know, don't put that, don't, hey, we can torture him, don't you dare let him get a plug in there, you know? Like we were playing up the joke, you know, it's like, I'm the boy in the cage, you know, whatever, like, I'll play through the joke, whatever, it's fine. There's just something weird about when Jimmy jokes. I have jokes about my dad, because I love jokes with my dad. I'll joke with my dad all the time, I guess piece of shit, I hate my dad. I have friends that make fun of my dad. That's fine, because I know their intent, I know where they're coming from. When Jimmy joked with my dad, and I sometimes seem weird, I don't like it. How we were doing hide and seek videos. Again, you know, at the time, they were a lot realer. So I got caught. And when you get caught, you know, you go to the place where you get caught. And I don't know if there's footage of this, I don't know if you know, I definitely didn't make the final cut. But he says to me, alright, you're going to jail, you know, like your dad. And like, it's a joke. But when my friends do it, it's fine. And Jimmy wasn't my friend. He was my boss. And that wasn't cool. And so now, I'm locked in a cage at his whim. And I have to do things to get the cash I need to live. And I got these cameras on me all the time. And was unwell, and editors coming up to me, said, "You good, bud?" And I was like, "Yeah, why? You're clearly unwell." And he goes, "Well, the footage you're sending in is haunting." Because I'm trying to be funny, but I am mentally decaying, so I'm doing bits. Someone said there is a horror cut of a video in this. And I'm just like, who's watching? Who wants to see this? What is fun about this, the video? And so
I mean, again, he's volunteering for this. That's just the hard part to me. Because, yeah, you need the money. And you need it pretty badly. Clearly from what we're hearing from him. And you volunteered to do a challenge for money. For 300K, he said. I don't know. It's just weird.
I gotta get out. I can't do another day in a year. Jimmy comes in and I'm asleep. I don't know what time it is. It's like 2 or 3 or whatever. He's like, "Why is he sleeping?" I don't know, because he can't sleep. He comes in. He wakes me up. And he goes, "Ask me why I have 2 briefcases." And I'm like, "Why do you have 2 briefcases?" And he goes, "Oh, this one's for today, and this one's for the challenge." And I go, "What's the challenge today?" He goes, "You're gonna run a marathon. You're gonna do 22.6K, whatever it is. You're gonna do it on that treadmill over there." Challenge I did with Rubik's Cube, and I'm dyslexic. I don't know how to do Rubik's Cube. So your first challenge Rubik's Cube. I was like, "Oh, I don't want to do it." I was like, "On camera, I don't want to do it." He goes, "Just do it for the thing, like you did, yeah." Like there was an element of, oh, Jake will do what we want because he's in house. That's one of the reasons why they got me. Jake's he's an inside guy, so he'll do whatever. We can push him a little extra hard.
Yeah.
We know he's. I couldn't say no to the treadmill thing. Yeah. So people who run marathons train forever. Feel hard. Again, Ryder. Do I look like I run? I don't run. Let alone a marathon. Let alone have trained for it.
There's no way they made him run the whole distance, though, right? No way they made him run the whole distance. If they made him run the whole distance, that is a little cruel, I'd say. Definitely a little bit cruel.
Like, did you have a choice, or based on the Rubik's Cube thing, and based on all the other stuff, like there was so much pressure to just do it, just do the thing, And if I refuse, it's just, that's the whole video. I guess the budget's, so much money up in flames, because Jake said he wouldn't want to do the thing. And so I wanted to be a good sport, and I wanted to get the boost, and I wanted the cash, and so I started running at 12. I did take some breaks, and I asked him, "How long do I have?" He goes, "Until I get back."
I mean, he got to take some breaks at least.
Yeah. Alright, I got up there. The blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red.
Did they not give him shoes?
I couldn't walk.
He has to run barefoot?
My muscles were like just the lactic acid. I got off the treadmill, and then the people that came in to like ice my feet, make sure I was good. Then that's when I was like, I can't, I'm done, I'm out. And that's when get psych in, and I talked to psych about how I'm not well. And like I said, there was a lot of good people over there that was saying, "You gotta pull him out." I had friends that did some freelance work. And they would tell me, they'd be like, "Yeah, everyone knows you over there. Everybody loves you." They go, "Oh, Jake Weddle, love that guy. Shame what happened to him." Like I'm a ghost. And I asked them, I said, "How much longer are you guys going to keep me in here?" And the guy goes, "Realistically, like at least 7 more days?" No. And they didn't let me leave right away either. They wanted to make sure, that it was fine.
Okay, if they didn't let him leave, that is definitely illegal. I feel like that is keeping him against his will. He said he wants to leave, and they're not letting him leave. So that feels a little illegal to me right there.
And they brought, it's like they brought in all my friends, you know, to make it. They brought in all the people I liked, and Jimmy. Then everybody was around me, making sure I was good, making sure I was okay. But Jimmy had his like.
Again, it's a scripted video. You know, they wrote out the script ahead of time. Now they're getting footage, and this is one of the shots. So maybe, I mean, I don't think it's taunting him. I don't think so.
The chair turned around like an evil villain. Swear to God, everyone was looking at me, and he was like Lex Luthor over there.
That's funny. Lex Luthor.
He stands up. He does the exact same thing when he's pretending to have a human connection. You know when you're watching a video and he's like, "Come on, stop! You're gonna make me cry," and he like touches his eye or whatever as if he's crying. He's just. I didn't have to pretend to do that shit. She says, as if rehearsed by his lawyers. Yeah, you know, your mental health's the most important thing. You know, just want to make sure you're okay. And the last thing we want you to do is.
I can almost hear the word Sue come out of his mouth. The S. He just stopped right before it got out.
I did not get the 300K. What I got. He goes, think of it this way. At least you get to keep what you earned. You know, you were in there for XYZ days. You did XYZ challenges, so you got, you know, 100,000 some change, you know, give or take. You know how much money I spent in taxes in 2021? I spent $44,000 in taxes alone. And now, I spent all that money on doing stand-up. I bought plane tickets to go do comedy festivals. You know, my family back home, I gave them a bunch of stuff that they needed. And having them back on a Beast set in any official capacity or unofficial capacity since then. And, they did some video with somebody else.
There's whistleblower laws help protect people who are helping speak out against like cruel companies, right? So they should be safe under these laws, right? Like they can't get sued or anything, I feel. Or is that not how that works?
And then I'd still gotten some hot water, and I knew it would. And I've wanted to say a lot of this for a long, long, long time. And I feel good though. Guys, how you get that stuff?
It is crazy. Hold up. He got what, 100K, but he was promised 300K, right? Was he promised it in a contract and they only give him 100K? That definitely is illegal. What is this ad? The truth is unavoidable. This is like a human trafficking ad. Huh. Okay. How are you feeling after a few days? Better. I still couldn't sleep even a few days out, but I also have my sleep cycle back on track. My legs and joints are good, but the blisters in my feet still hurt to walk on. Medical advice I got was not to lance them and just let them go away with time. I'm mentally still in an uneasy place, but I've gotten back on better help. My therapist is a little concerned, but we are working on things.
A few days after we got out of solitary. How are you feeling after a few days? Better. I still couldn't sleep. Blisters on my feet still away with my traumatic life event. This is supposed to be a MR.BEAST video. Hey Jake, hope you're doing okay. Meg and I just wanted to check in on you.
I'll let this guy read.
I appreciate that. I'm not exactly 100%. I feel like mentally I'm still recovering a bit. I'm back in therapy and my therapist is concerned. Haha, well my legs and joints feel better. Like I can walk. But my feet are still covered on those blisters and those hurt to walk on. But I was told the best thing to do is stay off my feet and let them heal. I'm in rally with my family. Also, it'll be like a month before I get the money, and they aren't giving me all the money. They're giving me what I won up to that point in the game, which was also a slap in the face. But hey, I'm out. I'm alive.
Feel free to reach out if you ever need anyone to talk to or need a place to cash in New York.
And honestly, fuck them for not giving you the money. Meg and I are wishing you the best with your recovery, and please
So,
feel free to reach
is
out
this
to
him
us.
talking to Jake, or is this Jake talking to
Video
someone
posted
else?
crash in New York. Hope you're doing well, man. That video you uploaded is money. So good. I appreciate it. I'm
When was
doing better
this?
physically, mentally, I'm still kind of uploading.
I don't know.
money. So good.
Oh. I slept 5 hours in the past 3 days. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm doing better physically. Mentally, I'm still kind of in a place. I still can't sleep. I've slept 5 hours in the past 3 days, marathon included. I don't know what's wrong with me. Lots of thinking, too much, one might say.
That is interesting. They promised. Oh, so okay. So they did promise him to pay him for the full 30 days, but they only paid him for what he got up to. That feels a little messed up, because they were promising him the full amount. He didn't get the full amount, and obviously, rightfully, he's pissed because of it.
I'm shocked they didn't pay me for the full 25, 30 rental. I can't walk old Jimmy's bitch. Like, if I was Carl and he did that to me, I'd ruin him. And they want to do it again. That could be your leverage. If the guy breaks down also, 2 is better than 1. Yeah, right. I told them everything they did to me that they can't do again in order to make sure the other person doesn't break down as fast. But like, the way the video is meant to function is the problem. It's a
bad idea, full stop.
It sounds clickbaity, sounds right up Jimmy's alley, but it's morally unethical like on every
Yeah, this video does seem a little bad what they did to him.
You can't expect someone to exert themselves like that for 45 seconds of content. The challenges really made it feel dehumanizing. It felt like a parody of MR.BEAST. I felt like the homeless guy they could exploit.
It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a gimp.
Part of me wants the footage burned, and part of me thinks that there's a great horror cut in there. LMAO, he was so fake when he came in and said he cared about my mental health. They must have programmed the care about mental health updates.
Say we also don't want you to sue. Yeah.
And I swear to our Lord and Savior, he stopped himself.
Yeah, that's
also, as far as like
kind of messed up. They didn't really check up on him, and I understand he volunteered for it, right? But he was promised the full 300K for the 30 days, and he only got the amount he went to. So I think he did 10 days for 100K. Now, yeah, granted, that was the point of the video, but they promised him the full amount, and they didn't give him the full amount. And if that was under contract, that is highly illegal, really illegal for them to do that. But if it was just a handshake agreement, then it's still really messed up. That the fact that they promised him and didn't pay him the full amount. They promised to pay him.
Segment from an internal document at MR.BEAST called How to Succeed in MR.BEAST Production. Specifically on page 19, there's a paragraph called "No does not mean no."
When dealing with people outside MR.BEAST Productions, never take a no at face value. If we need a store to buy everything inside of, and you call the local Dollar Tree and the person that answers says, "No, you can't film here," that literally doesn't mean shit. What's up, King Cat? We're just, we're watching the new MR.BEAST video by Dogpack404. This came out 2 days ago, and it's probably going to pass up the previous video. Let's get back to reading this. But yeah, there's a lot of... Apparently there's going to be a third video he's making right now that'll come out soon, I think. This is just ridiculous. Talk to your other employees and see if any are fans or if any have kids that are fans. Try talking to their boss's boss. Have me DM them on Twitter and try their social team, etc. If after all avenues are exhausted, you are left with a no, that doesn't mean don't try the other Dollar Trees, because the manager of those could be huge fans and willing to bend the rules. Basically, what I'm trying to convey is what we call pushing through no. Don't just stop because one person told you no. Stop when all conceivable options are exhausted. This is one of many tools that, when combined, dramatically improve your probability of success when producing here. So they're basically manipulating them. They're basically manipulating them into trying to get them to film at that spot. Interesting. Is this a doc we can access? What is this? What's the doc called? How to succeed in MR.BEAST production. How to succeed in MR.BEAST production document. I really want to see this document, dude. I don't think there's a document. And this is the newest one, yeah. Oh, we'll get back to that later. Okay, that must be the big surprise at the end of the video. Okay, so we read through it. What's the next section? Work on multiple videos every day. Holy shit. Yeah, this feels like very heavy, hard labor. Now I know editing videos doesn't sound like it's hard labor. It doesn't sound difficult. But it definitely does kind of drain you and exhaust you really quickly mentally.
Time is like a director might tell a producer, hey, we need access to 30 acres of farmland by Tuesday or we lose $500,000. Now, if you're the producer, you obviously know that means get it done or you lose your job.
Yeah,
So what happens, like a producer's calling up farmers saying, hey, I need to use your land. And the farmer might be like, okay, but, you know, I have animals, you can't be making really loud noises, no pyrotechnics, and you got to clean everything up.
Yeah.
So the producer's sort of incentivized to lie and say, or maybe the producer doesn't even actually know the total contents of the video, right? Things changed last second.
Yeah.
So they're very, like,
that seems a little iffy.
They're put in position to
Manipulating people in order to get a MR.BEAST filming location or MR.BEAST film set. Let's just call it a set. We'll use some film terms.
I'll show you a real life example.
Trashing film sets. Top YouTuber celebrates 100 millionth subscriber. Trashes remote Bahamas island. MR.BEAST leaving behind trash and debris at film site in Aden, New. I'm not really good at states. What is New C? NC. What is NC? NC state. North Carolina. I'm so stupid. So stupid. I was on this film set on March 26, 2024, and I was able to confirm that the details in this Reddit post regarding location and video were accurate. I decided to reach out to the camp's executive director for comment. Okay, let's let him read through this.
Part 1, I had seen this Reddit post titled
MR.BEAST leaving. Does he read this? Let's see.
At film site in Aden, North Carolina. Apparently, he left a large boat in a pond as well as debris around the film site in the bottom of the pond weeks and weeks after the agreed time frame. This actually rendered it unsafe for campers.
Huh.
This delayed the camp's opening date multiple times.
That's kind of trash. That's a trash ass move. Not cleaning up after yourself. That's got the same energy as going to a movie theater and just pouring popcorn and soda, candy everywhere, and not bothering to pick it up. Instead, you're letting the worker, who I know it's their job to clean up, but you should at least clean up after yourself, so you minimize their work.
Times due to not being able to get in contact with MR.BEAST to get the stuff cleaned up out of the area. So I actually know that this is from a MR.BEAST video called Protect the Yacht.
Yeah, I think I saw this video.
At the end of that video, he actually says,
Protect the yacht and keep it.
Yes, we did ensure the lake was completely cleaned up after this video. For the love of God, subscribe so we can pass T-Series.
That's interesting. He said they cleaned it up even though they didn't.
Yes, he says at the end of the video that they made sure it was cleaned up. I was actually on site for part of this production. I was at this camp. So I decided to send an email out to the camp, basically saying, hey,
Hold up, my name is James.
I'm investigating.
Let's let him read.
And the camp responded, actually not denying the claims, going on to say, I am sure that there are no perfect film
Thank you for
productions,
reaching out.
just as there are no perfect people. I am grateful for the opportunity that we had to host the production crew, and because grace, or forgiveness, has been offered to me so freely, I will choose to offer the same.
Huh. How much? I wonder how much the guy was paid for them to have a film location.
By MR.BEAST production team. And that's like sort of
Unless they didn't pay them, they just said, yo, if you let us film at this, you'll get to have MR.BEAST at your campsite. You know, like they kind of manipulated them into saying yes.
We know these stories of people working with MR.BEAST and it being extremely unprofessional, them not doing what they say, but they sort of get by a lot on their good public image, and like, I mean, this camp offered to host them completely for free.
Wow,
And
that's
I guess,
crazy.
like,
really?
you went
For
to the
free?
lake at the camp and you went magnet fishing, like you'd find all sorts of debris that's still there.
I mean, that's fucked up then. They let you film for free, and then you completely trash the campsite. Completely trashy. Like, that seems really scummy. Really scummy to me.
So in the case of Jake Weddle, like, I'm sure that there were producers who were in a position of, hey, if Jake gets out early, we don't have a video, and your job is at risk. So there's a tremendous amount of pressure on top of, like, him being delirious from not sleeping and everything to just manipulate him into staying. Which, you know, I'm sure this isn't like technically against the Geneva Convention on torture because he wasn't technically a prisoner. Like
he volunteered.
He volunteered because of the extreme pressure to stay in. It's not really a reasonable expectation that he could have just, you know, walked out.
Because of the implication.
I think Jimmy is a awkward kid who maybe had it a little rough growing up. I can't speak on that, but I do have empathy for it.
Yeah, I wonder what his childhood was like. That'd be interesting to figure out.
I think when you're hyper fixated on something, like I love stand-up, I love YouTube, everyone, you know, fixates on a thing, you know, I think he just wanted to be the best YouTuber so bad. And because I
mean, that was his dream, right? He wanted to be a YouTuber. He wanted to be the biggest YouTuber. So he set out to make that dream possible. It seems fine to me, right? I mean, he's wanting to achieve his dream and make it as possible as he can. So he's gonna do whatever he can to get there. So I mean, even if it seems messed up, I feel like a decent amount of people would do that.
if you're just going on autopilot based on what the numbers say, you know, you can do some things that maybe aren't good, but reap reward. And I think Jimmy just did what the industry and maybe what the system that we have set up demanded. And he didn't care who got hurt. And
I mean, I definitely think there could have been more care set up around, just more care set up at the sets. That way, we don't have people, you know, going out of the video having mental health problems, you know, having to talk to a therapist, blah, blah, blah.
I think Jimmy's
Definitely needs to be more care on set. Like, they shouldn't have to stay on the set permanently. They should, you know, they should do what an actor does. They go in, they act, go out when they're not shooting, and then go back in when they are shooting, and they can take breaks and do whatever they want when they're not shooting or need to shoot that day. Like, you don't need to have them in the set every single day. You could have them go in the set for a couple minutes, get footage, and bingo. Bingo.
not so great people, and those people were the ones making the decisions. And I want to say, really important, there are so many good people that work at MR.BEAST who are damn good at their jobs. Like, when Jimmy comes in and asks for something impossible, it's these people's jobs to do it. And they shouldn't be able to make it happen, and they do. And so, I don't really want to talk about stuff. I don't really want my friends to lose their jobs. I don't care about my fucking job. I'll buy a whole other. But I don't want my friends to lose their jobs.
Hold up.
You know?
That's fair. He cares about his friends. He doesn't want to lose them to lose their jobs.
But let's just go back to my dad for a second. My dad was like a swim coach, neighborhood swimming. Everybody loved him. Behind closed doors, he's a real piece of shit. And so, when stuff starts hitting the fan, what? Him? No! Surely! And then, everyone, thought my mom was the bitch, for not, But then the news broke, that he did what he did to one of the students of the team. And it's like when that comes out, you're not surprised, So, but I saw my dad in the news, I said, "Oh, you idiots!" Like I was like, "No, what?" I was, "Oh, dumbass! God damn it!" But I wasn't surprised, and it was just consequences happening to somebody who was really good at avoiding them.
Huh. Okay. Okay. So far, working at MR.BEAST sounds like a very stressful, bad work environment. Definitely does not sound like employees are taken well care of. Sounds like it's bad management. It just sounds like rough. It just sounds bad.
And behind closed doors, he is not super great, and that image is cultivated purposefully and intentionally, and it's branding, it's marketing, it's
Yeah, it's just YouTube stuff. It's just YouTube. Just YouTube.
Okay, so I guess, yeah, just one final question.
Sure.
On a serious note, obviously the Ava Chris Tyson drama, and, you know, that's a known issue of traditional media. Did you witness or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
Oh, he said this is the big part of the video right here.
It's crazy. I probably hung out with Ava the most out of the main cast, just because I was on Beast Hacks, now Beast Reacts. I don't know if it's still out. That was a lot of fun because it was just, you know, being silly and moving in front of the camera. And Ava was the only person who was willing to film. Everybody else was too busy or didn't want to, and I was just trying to do my job. Sometimes there'd be like an offhanded joke that's a little gross. I mean,
I feel like the problem here, like the failure, is that they got weird people working for them, not working for them, but working with them on videos. They got weird freaking people, weird people. Just don't have weirdos working with you, and you're good.
I didn't hear anything that was like, whoa, that's crazy. But when I saw the reason I messaged you,
Just manage your, like, take care of your employees, because they're kind of your lifeblood. Like, the employees basically do everything around there. I'm not saying the boss didn't do any work. They, you know, he doesn't deserve it. But the employees definitely keep the company running. They're the gears. They're the gears in the machine.
instead of talking to reporters sweetly like I have been, was when I saw the Discord stuff. I never, because when I got there, it was like 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if the timelines add up, that would have been like handled, for lack of a better term. And then they started bringing more people on. You know, maybe they thought they had that in the rug. You know.
Yeah.
All right, we handled that. Now let's bring in some writers. You know. And when I saw it,
Is there an official MR.BEAST Discord, or is it a fan Discord? Let me check. Let me check. Or does he not have one? There's got to be a fan one though, right? Right. Discord. 215,000 people, and then gaming has almost 500k. Almost 500k on gaming. But hold up, MR.BEAST Ava stuff. What was the thing? I didn't see him. Interesting. Dude, real shit, Chandler's the only good MR.BEAST team member. He's the only good member, like, left, I'd say. Like, he hasn't had any drama. Him and Carl. Unironically, Carl was the one I expected to have some drama, but he's just strange. He's just strange. He has a different personality. And then Chandler, I mean, he's just Chandler, so, I mean, I don't know. They're the only two good members right now. Unless Chandler's revealed to be like Hitler too or some shit. You never know, honestly.
Potential that Jimmy could have been in those Discord chats, or even the potential that he participated in those Discord chats.
Yeah, that's definitely the deal breaker here. If he participated in the Discord chats, it's gonna be bad. Very, very bad. Downfall of the beast.
If you're gonna make fun of my dad, I don't care what happens to me, my career, my reputation after this. I had to say some stuff. So whatever happens, happens at this point.
Outside of it, Chris Tyson, did you really hear about sexual misconduct of the company?
Here's the big one.
Firm deny anything. I don't have any tangible evidence, but I've heard stuff that if it could be investigated, that'd be great. It was like water cooler talk, but I've heard things. Yes, of course. I heard, people have been let go for sexually assaulting some very young people.
Oh shit.
The idea that Jimmy didn't know, or that Jimmy was covering stuff up. He didn't want stuff to come out. He's very careful about his image.
Yeah.
The tangible proof that he knew but covered it up. How do you prove that, Well,
yeah, understandable.
Sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender.
Wait, what?
Sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender. On the registry and everything.
Holy shit. They had a registered sex offender working with the MR.BEAST team. registered on a list. They're on a list because they're a sex offender. Holy shit.
Who work there. And like you can, you know, someone pees in public, you're on the registry, you know, you get it. You can still have a job after you're on the. That's one thing. You know, you go to prison, you get rehabilitated. That's one thing. You know, if you do your time, that's fine. I think there should be rehabilitation in this country.
I don't think you ever. I'm gonna be honest. Hot take. I really do feel that rehabilitation for people who are sexually attracted to children does not work. I don't think you can rehabilitate pedophiles. I don't think you rehabilitate them. Same with sexual assault. Like, maybe, or sex offenders. Maybe you can. I don't see it for pedophiles. I don't think they can get rehabilitated. Anyways, back to the video. We're almost done with it anyways.
That guy, from what I hear, I can't confirm or deny, from what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff.
That's crazy. So, hold up. Was he on the registry before or after? Like, was he on the registry while he was at the team? Because if he was, why aren't we doing background checks on people? Why don't we run background checks before we hire them? Don't you have to get background checks for a regular-ass job? I'm not too sure, honestly. Do you have to get background checks for jobs? Let's just look. Texas background checks. I'm guessing you do, because you know, send in a like, not, obviously, I don't think, like, they're gonna background check for a McDonald's job, or a fast food, or, like, Kroger, or H-E-B, or some shit. But definitely when you want higher positions, like, don't they run background checks on that?
Only one thing could stand.
I don't know.
He's on the registry for doing some not.
Not good stuff. Totally correct, because he probably had sex with an 11-year-old. The age was around 1 to 11 years old. Is that what it seems? 1 to 11? Holy shit. Dude, what the fuck? He could have had relations with like a 5-year-old. Holy shit.
I knew that.
I mean, that's not realistic, obviously. Wait, unless it is. I'm not too sure. Yeah, this is honestly insane. I mean, that's crazy. A known sex offender was working at MR.BEAST.
He's working at it.
That's honestly nuts. Dude, there's 5 minutes left. What else can they reveal?
People on and around and is targeted to underage people. And they covered up the fact that not only did he work there,
What else?
but he was like the manager when it all started.
Oh, no. He was a manager. He wasn't just an employee. Like, he wasn't just a rookie guy. He was a Oh, no. He was a manager when he was on the list. The pages, dude.
And you know that he knew it because he'll be in videos, he'll be in thumbnails, he'll be around.
I mean, King Cat, he's probably gonna start losing a ton of subscribers because this video shows MR.BEAST knew he had a sex offender on his team. I'm pretty sure that's him on the left. Let me move my webcam real quick. That's him right there on the left, right there. That's the sex offender guy. He showed up in videos. Chris is also there too. God, I really liked that video too. I remember when I was like, when did this video come out? Dude, I was like 15. I watched that video. I thought it was hilarious. Holy shit.
He is. He's wearing a hat.
You wouldn't know he's a sex offender. I guarantee you, after this video, he's definitely dropping some subscribers. Like, a lot of subscribers. Now, the problem is, everyone was thinking MR.BEAST was going to be so cool in the future, but this is, like, actually the downfall of MR.BEAST. Because, I mean, him himself, he's a little shady, but thank God he's not, like, a pedophile. He's not Epstein 2. Epstein Electric Boogaloo. But he's had people working for him who are Epstein 2.0. And also not caring for employees is a big thing. It just seems like bad business practices and very bad stuff involved. Suspicious stuff.
Mask. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing? That you were a registered sex offender? And that your face...
Was he a sex offender when that video was up? I wonder. Like, I wonder if... when was he revealed to be a sex offender?
On a thing?
Like, when was he put on the registry? Because if he was on the registry while he was in that video, like during the video, when they were making it, holy shit.
You literally cover up a sex offender with a physical mask. Like, do I have to... Is it more on the nose? Or... I don't know why they let him go, because there's...
That's crazy.
Rumors back and forth, you know, so I don't know why they let him go.
I mean, I used to be hyped. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody was hyped about watching the next MR.BEAST video, right? Like... just kind of, he aims for that audience. He has that audience. They like his videos. That's probably why he won't lose 100 million subscribers, because a lot of those subs are probably children. Like, teen accounts, children who don't know any better, really. Let's be honest. MR.BEAST's content is aimed towards a younger audience. Now, that probably makes it worse that he has pedophiles involved. So, take what you will.
That guy didn't do anything. They still knew about it, and he was still around.
Yeah, I definitely don't think you can defend him saying he didn't know what was going on. I feel like he definitely knew what was going on. But he was too distracted with his goal of becoming the best YouTuber, which he probably is still the best YouTuber right now and will remain it before... I mean, he's had the highest sub count. He's made the most. I mean... it's just crazy he didn't want to keep it. Like, he did some sus shit. He was the imposter.
And what if he's one of the people in the Discord servers? What if he's not? I don't know. But when I was there, we called him Delaware. So why do you call him Delaware? I didn't know.
Yeah, I like Empire.
Because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware.
Hey, just like the Empire in Star Wars, it downfalls. Everything downfalls. Everything evil downfalls.
Nickname?
Why did they call him Delaware? Why did they call him Delaware?
That's his nickname? Not allowed to go back to Delaware. But why do you call him Delaware? I didn't know. Apparently they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware.
Wait. They had a nickname for him because he wasn't allowed in the state where... oh my god. They had a nickname for where the state? He was nicknamed after the state. Delaware's a state, right? It might... hold up, wait. Harold up. Let's test American education. American education is Delaware State. Confirmed a state, right? Ding, 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 ding. Alright. Look at that American education cooking. Okay, so he's not allowed to go back to Delaware because he groomed a child in Delaware. And they had a nickname for him, so they knew he was a sex offender. They knew he was a sex offender. That's crazy. That's crazy. What? I've paused so much during the last 5 minutes, more than I have during probably the entire video, except for like the first 10 minutes at the start.
That's his nickname?
Yeah. Hold up.
Yeah, it's Delaware. Don't ask him why. Yeah.
Don't ask him why. Yeah, he just groomed a child. Yep.
The likelihood that he didn't know is astronomical.
Yeah, the percentage of him not knowing is just, it's way too low. It's way too low. He had to have known. Had to have known. There's no way he was too focused on doing YouTube content that he didn't check in on his people, his employees. Now, I mean, he probably doesn't check on most because he's too busy checking on, you know, the managers, the team leaders, blah, blah, blah. He's too focused on the next video. That's, man, that's, wow. Holy shit.
Okay, so finally I have a recorded phone conversation. The person on the other end of this line is a different former MR.BEAST employee talking about Delaware.
Oh, this is about Delaware. Sorry, that's just crazy. Your nickname is Delaware because you're banned from Delaware after having sexual relations with a minor.
The person on the other end of the line said that the MR.BEAST team was actually trying to expunge Delaware's record.
Holy shit, wait, they're trying to erase it?
And actually like sparked this person to start recording.
Yeah, it's really sad because I feel like MR.BEAST had good intentions. Like, the original members had good intentions, well, except for Chris. But like Chandler still seems like a good guy. Carl joined later, but Carl he has a different personality. He seems like a good guy still. The people who left early on to get out of there, that's crazy. Oh, hold up. Your chat's not popping up. Why is it not popping up? I see it right there, though. MR.BEAST was #1, then Chris became trans, then he was revealed to be a pedo. Yeah, it's just a sad situation. I feel like, yeah, Carl's cool. I feel like everybody expected Carl to be the weird one, right? Like, even I thought Carl was a little weird, but that's just his personality. That's just Carl's personality. And Chandler, I mean, I'm pretty sure he has an Instagram account where he reads Bible verses, so I mean, he's doing his own thing. He doesn't, I mean, he's staying fine. God, I mean, it'd be crazy if Chandler was revealed to be Hitler too. Again, like I said this earlier, but that's just crazy. I feel like a lot of that, like, I feel like MR.BEAST had good intentions, but a lot of this was undone by bad business practices, you know, not really caring for employees, letting in weird people, letting in sex offenders, letting in a guy named Delaware, even though he's banned from Delaware because he's a sex offender in Delaware. I don't know, man. But this is important. So this is a phone call between Delaware and Delaware and people who are trying to expunge his records, kind of clear his record. Yeah, they changed the voices obviously to maintain incognito. You like anonymous. Guessing this is an employee. Let me remember. This is an employee talking about Delaware, right? Yeah. So is he fired? Guessing Delaware's fired by now, right? Dude, Jimmy really is like real life Lex Luthor. This guy is actually real life Lex Luthor. We just need a Superman to go with his Lex Luthor. We'd be good.
Okay, so Reed is MR.BEAST's former manager who was in the last video telling Jimmy, you know, hey, don't promote gambling to children. So, you know, I think
Yo, Delaware. Yeah, I don't know. I would be so grossed out if I was joining, like, imagine you're joining the MR.BEAST team. You're excited, you know, like, this is something, you've watched MR.BEAST, you've been wanting to join his team. Let's say you're like 18, 19. Like, you wanted to join this for a decent amount of time. And then Delaware comes walking up to you. You ask him, hey, why is your nickname Delaware? Well, just don't ask me what I did in Delaware. And he said, that's what he says. You would definitely be a little grossed out, especially after watching this video that came out. Imagine you are still at the company. I think is Delaware still there, or was he fired? He must have been fired, right? And imagine you learn all this, and the guy you were talking to who said, don't worry about what I did in Delaware, it's confirmed he's a sex offender. That would be crazy to me.
He's taken 2 W's this month. You know, don't promote gambling to children, and don't.
MR.BEAST manager Reed, that's the guy, right? Dude, he's actually seems like a good guy. Like, he's trying to steer him in the right path, it seems.
Also, yeah, just from where I'm sitting, it seems extremely unlikely that Jimmy wouldn't know. But you know, I know that's I'm sure that's the defense he'll go with. So I'll just say preemptively, like, you know.
Yeah, that's.
Somehow.
If I was MR.BEAST, probably got fired, so Jimmy, yeah, most likely. But, I remember I was talking with my dad on this, because we've been following this MR.BEAST drama. We said, if I was MR.BEAST, I would honestly just say nothing. I would keep moving on with videos. Don't say anything, because you're probably still going to maintain a decent amount of your sub count. Now, you're definitely going to lose a decent amount of subs, like millions, probably in the millions. But I would just say nothing, keep making videos, and just ignore it. If I was MR.BEAST. If he's trying to save his public image, don't say anything. Don't say anything, keep moving. If he's trying to save his public image, I would say something, admit wrongdoings, and try and repent. Try and repent to the public. Now, if he goes to the defense that he didn't know what was going on, well, you're cooked, bro. You're cooked. You're cooked if you say you didn't know what was going on. Yeah, I mean, maybe they do one, maybe they don't. Again, he probably has a whole PR team that helps him kind of think through decisions on what to do. But we'll see what happens in the next coming days. King Cat, there's supposed to be a third video from this guy coming out, and probably, when did the first one come out? I clicked off everything, whoops. The first video came out July 24th, and this one came out July 7th. Oh my god, not her. Starts playing the ukulele. If he starts playing the ukulele, dead ass, dude, delete your YouTube channel, bro. But that's, oh my god. So, probably in a couple weeks, we'll see the third video. And I saw a comment that was pretty funny. What was it? Sir, Dogpack404, yeah, right here. Sir, Dogpack404 has hit the second tower. Because the first video was the first tower. This was the second tower. This next video is going to be the Pentagon. Clearly.
I think it's...
Yeah, it'd be over for him if he started playing the ukulele in his apology video.
You're not doing background checks. Everyone at your company knows, but somehow you don't know. I think that needs more of an explanation than just saying, I didn't know. Well,
yeah, I didn't. You can't go with a simple explanation of saying you didn't know. That's not going to work. Nobody's going to believe your ass.
I think we need an explanation from you, or your lawyers and PR people and representatives and spokespersons.
I think Jimmy himself needs to, I know it sounds crazy, make an apology video of himself. Like, no PR team, no lawyers. He himself is apologizing. That might actually do a lot. If they know nobody is helping him with this, it's all him by himself making this apology video, then maybe it's salvageable. Maybe it's salvageable. Maybe. There's just, again, how did he not know there was a sexual offender working on the team? And he even shows up in a video. Like, it's just crazy.
Why not just respond to the allegations of rigging contest videos and selling fake signatures, running illegal lotteries, the dangerous conditions on the set of Beast games? You should address those too. So yeah, just let us know. Okay, that was my interview with former MR.BEAST employee Jake.
Yeah.
I know he will be coming out with a longer cut of this interview as well as other content.
Oh, a longer cut?
So I just wanted to shout him out.
Holy shit, there could be more stuff left out that wasn't deemed, like, really important.
I've waited a long time to talk about a lot of this publicly, so thank you for doing it.
It definitely takes a lot of balls to go out and speak against MR.BEAST when everybody thinks he's, like, Superman, when he's actually Lex Luthor. Huh. And there's a third video too. There's a third video gonna be coming out in probably a month. Okay, let me refresh. I want to see how many views it's at now. How many views is it at now?
Do you know the US solar company?
Oh, it didn't update yet. It's still at 8.5 mil. Huh. Wow, that's crazy. $1 sex offender versus $1 million sex offender. That's actually funny as shit. Breaking news: man whose entire personality is money is a sociopath. Huh. MR.BEAST edited this man out for his personality because he saw him as competition. That says a lot about him. Huh. Okay, he's gonna lose. Yeah, he's gonna lose he's gonna lose in the millions. Like, not 100 million, but he's probably gonna lose, like, I'd say around 10 mil-ish. Which, it's not a big impact, but it is an impact, because he's probably losing out on a million or $2 million bonus that he could have got from those, like, viewers. But this was a different stream. I wanted to do this because the MR.BEAST drama is crazy, and I used to watch a lot of MR.BEAST. In today's video, we're going to be going from a $1 sex offender to a $1 million sex offender. Yeah, and do the YouTube accent too. I don't know. I decided to do the stream idea because I used to like a lot of MR.BEAST. I'm sure everybody liked a lot of MR.BEAST. Remember when saying the N-word was the worst thing an influencer can do? I'm just in shock from all this, honestly. Honestly, true. Remember when PewDiePie said the N-word, but like nobody cared really? Like nobody really cared he said the N-word. They're like, oh wow, PewDiePie said the N-word, and they just moved on. But this is something nobody can move on. Yeah, yeah, this is crazy. This was crazy. But again, I want to do this stream because it is genuinely interesting shit. And it's just crazy. Because I've liked MR.BEAST for a decent amount. I think I was like, what, 12, 13 when I started watching him. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my commentary on this. I hope you found this as crazy as I do. I'm just as excited for the next amount of leaks that are coming out with Dogpack 404's next video. But yeah, I'm working on editing down my FNAF video, The Joy Creation, into a video. You can probably see that tomorrow. Thank you for those who joined in watching this. It is sad to see the downfall. It is really sad. Because I do believe MR.BEAST had good intentions. It just went sideways. But, I mean, maybe I'll make this stream into a video. I don't know. We'll see what I do. Guaranteed you'll see a Joy Creation video tomorrow. And I'll probably be working on another Versus video. Or I'm working on a video idea I am experimenting with. But thank you for watching, King Cat. Thank you for chatting. Tiki, if you're still here, thank you for also chatting. Next stream will probably be... Ooh, yeah. I got school coming up next week, so I'll be adjusting my schedule. Probably more streams on the weekends, so I can actually work during the weekdays. Talk later on Discord. Later, King Cat. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.